Did you know that there's a difference between burning oud and heating oud? In this video, I'm going to be discussing the differences to help you get the most out of your experience. Hi everyone, in this video, I'm going to be discussing a relatively important distinction between burning oud and heating oud. Stay tuned. Now, is there a difference between the two? Absolutely there is. The difference between burning oud and heating oud comes down to three basic factors. One, the grade of wood, the species of wood, and the ratio of resin and oil within that wood chip. And the other factor, which is the purpose of heating and burning. So for instance, in the Middle East, they like to burn oud compared to, say, Japan, China and Korea and places like that, where they like to heat the wood. Now, the difference between the two in that regards, in the Middle East, they like to burn it because they use it more as a fragrance, to fragrance themselves. They fumigate themselves, their hair, their clothes, and also it's a social thing. So it's more of an aroma thing and relaxant as well. Whereas in say Japan, where they do kodo sessions and things like this is more for it's more of a personal experience. It's more for a spiritual experience, like for meditation and things like this. Not of course it's also about the aroma, but it's not so much compared to, say, the Middle East, where they like to burn the oud. You know, they want to feel and smell the effects of it, and hence why when you're burning it, the aroma is far more intense. The longevity might not be there in terms of the burning process, but in terms of heating it up to a certain temperature and getting the strong aroma out of that particular wood chip, it would come down to burning it. But again, that also depends on the grade, the species of wood, and the ratio between the oil and resin. So like I say, in Japan, when they're doing the kodo sessions, it's more of an experience. It's more of a personal understanding of the aroma and the effects it has on the psyche. It's far more of a psychological experience compared to the Middle East. So my experience in burning oud compared to heating it is this. And I'm going to use Indian Hindi oud as an example for this particular explanation. Now, when I'm burning Hindi oud, I get this beautiful top note, which is very similar to eucalyptus and mint, and it's a sweet top note. It's this cooling effect that you can get when you're placing it on charcoal, because what I find is the Hindi oud chips is far more dense in the fibers, and in some of the resin and the oil can be a bit more thicker, so it takes more heat to kind of really get that top note. Whereas if you place the same Hindi wood chip on a heater, you won't get that amazing menthol, minty kind of eucalyptus top note. Yeah, you'll get more of a gourmand aroma, you know. Whereas when you're burning it, the Hindi oud just smells absolutely amazing. Yes, the aroma doesn't last as long as it would do on a heater, but the top note is supreme when you're burning on charcoal, especially with Hindi wood chip. Now, on a separate note, I've experienced extremely high grade Vietnamese wood when I was with a friend of mine. We were at his house and he was showcasing me his rare wild Vietnamese wood that he's had for ages and he hasn't burnt it. So I egged him on to, let's try some, and we placed that wood chip on charcoal, and it was absolutely rubbish, and it really didn't do justice whatsoever. So another time I came to his house and I made sure that I bring my heater with me, and this time that we really got the effects and the ethereal notes that are emitting from this wood chip by reducing the heat. Different species have, you know, different wood density and different ratio of oil and resin, and sometimes even the resin might be a lot lighter and the oil might be a lot lighter compared to different species, say India and places like this. So it comes down to the purpose that you're using the wood chip for. So for instance, like I say, if it's to fumigate yourself and you know, have a burst of a strong aroma, then definitely go for the charcoal element of it. But if you want to really kind of experience the detailed nuances and ethereal and facets of a particular wood chip from a particular region, then definitely having a heater definitely helps. But I think the best situation is to have both, because if you're really into oud, then you want to experience the two different types and styles of doing it, in my opinion. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I hope it gave you a bit more understanding of what it's like between burning oud and heating oud. So with that being said, guys, if you found this informative, give me a thumbs up and share, and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. That's quite important actually, because a lot of my subscribers have not pressed the bell icon. So please press the bell icon. It will alert you to our latest videos that we make, and it motivates us to make more videos. So with that being said, thank you for joining me and have a blessed day. Bye bye.